we're back with our friend Brooke Shields, the actress, model, New York Times best-selling author, set to release her 4th book. It's called Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Get Old. Welcome back. Great to see you.
Thank you. I can't believe how lucky I am to be with all of you. I love it.
So good to see you.
You say it's not a typical memoir, so what is it?
So first of all, the reason why I was approached to do it is because I started my own company called Commence, which is for women over 40. We start with hair care, but it's a community. So I was going through the machinations of becoming a CEO in my late 50s, and my agent said, well, why don't you talk about that? Because it's amazing. And then my first thought was, why does it have to be so shocking that a woman over 40 can accomplish something? Whoa, you know, you don't have one foot in the grave. And so I started thinking about it. I said, it's not interesting enough for me to just more Brooke, like, you know, thank you for the doc. There's a lot of me out there and enough already. And so I said, if I can combine it with actual research, things like when a woman comes into her confidence in a different way, what happens hormonally, we're not just menopause, all these things. And I said, if we can make it interesting and there can be a lot of research, plus funny stories about my being self-deprecating, that my knees are like down to my ankles.
The humor that you always have. Well, you alluded to the highly acclaimed documentary, Pretty Baby. That was George and Allie's baby. Pretty Baby. But that was a look back. I love the season that you're in. I said that when I saw you. And this is more about the present and the future, not so much looking back.
And I think that it's important to do that in this era of a woman's life. You know, the beauty industry wants us to chase youth. We look at regrets, what if, you know, and I think it's important to understand where you've been. Sure. But I think it's really joyous to say, like, I may not know where I'm going, but I'm here. This is a different age than it used to be. The opportunities are different, and I want to look my best, and I want to be healthy. And again, I always say, I wish everything was a little higher and tighter. You know, I look at my gorgeous baby girls, and they're all just buoyant. And but by the same token, I earned everything that I have on my face. That I earned them. You know, and I think it's important to be like, pat yourself on the back and say, what do you want to do now? You know, you're no longer tied by biology in the same way. Opportunities are more open to women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. I mean, the millennials are all turning 40.
Right.
It's the 1/4 of all Americans. And only 1/4 of all the advertising that's out there even has a woman over 60. Wow. And you just think, like, we're formidable and fabulous. Maybe we're a little scary because we're almost too much.
Heard, age is just a number. It's so cliche, but really never has that been more true. I mean, like 60 today is not 60 of yesteryear. We're young. We're vibrant. And your book is all about that.
And we're not angry. You know, I think the reason why I wanted the title is funny because we imprint on people and we want them to stay. And I was doing a live Instagram live the other day, and one of the comments was, I really wish you looked the way you used to.
Oh my God.
And I was like, really?
Oh my God. See, that's why you don't read the
Well, no, I had to answer them.
That was my
they're flouting by and you're supposed to address them, right?
Wow,
and then the next time someone said, well, where's your mother? I was like, dead. She is dead.
No.
But it was like, I thought, boy, we're all so out of touch. We need to find joy in this.
Do you feel, what I'm curious about is, because you cover so many areas and your daughters are incredible, is there anything that scares you still at this point? Any areas you wouldn't go at this point?
No, I couldn't. I would be very disingenuous if I didn't come to share my truth. Do you know what I mean? Because yes, everybody's going to want to, you know, talk about my Netherlands again because there's a topic there's a chapter about them. But it was a way of sort of talking about the healthcare system. I love making him laugh. To me, to make him laugh is like, it's such a gift.
And I was just like, this is good, right?
It must feel the same way it feels at home, George. You're always the odd man out.
You know, you kind of have to say, like, women go through stuff. We need to be able to say this isn't fair. We need to be able to self-advocate.
Yeah.
We need, you know,
we need the community to know we're not alone in it.
Yeah, I had a seizure not too long ago, and the two male doctors kept saying, "Are you restricting your salt for dietary reasons?" And I was like, no. And I said this, I said, I'm a 59-year-old woman who looks younger, bloated. No.
Yeah.
Give me some potato chips. I was like, you wouldn't say that to a man.
Never.
Right.
Never.
And I hate it. I don't want to, that's not what the book is. It's not reducing it to male, female. We love the men in our lives. But it really is, it's just time to kind of explore this without yelling, without being angry. I tell my girls.
It's so smart. It's so well written. Yeah, go tell us what you've told your girls.
We talk about. I talk about this with Allie all the time. Is that, we don't have to yell louder. We just have to be secure in what we believe and what we need to have be heard, because we're not going to get anywhere by just screaming it.
Right.
So I think that. My girls love my relationship with your wife. Your girls love it. We're modeling female friendships that are based on lifting each other up, laughing, being there in the good times and the bad times, but just sort of saying like, hey, we're pretty lucky to be here.
You do. You talk a lot about friendships, and I was going to segue, and it seems like a perfect time because it's Allie's birthday, and you guys have such a beautiful friendship. What are you most proud of about that particular bond, and how was last night?
I didn't think. Oh, you didn't get your invite.
No, I didn't. I was celebrating you. I love your friendship.
No, to be in my later years and to meet someone said, how long have you guys known each other? Because we have a banter. But she makes everything more special. But to meet someone in your later years when you're going, oh, that's not my high school clique, that's not my this work friends, those aren't my, and it's not defined. I remember saying to someone, I don't know her long enough for how I feel about her.
Wow.
But it's amazing to find that in your 50s.
Yeah.
Because I'm different, and it's a different friendship.
Okay.
And you looked around that room last night, and everybody was from different eras. And nobody was trying to one up the next one. We were all just like, wow, when did you meet? How did this happen? And who she is brought together this very beautiful, great group of fabulous women. Couldn't be more different, but it was really nice. It's that to me is the most, and being okay with relationships changing, spousal relationships, partners, your friendships change, and you have to be willing to be okay with it and move through it. Maybe I don't have the same relationship with that high school friend that I did. Does that make it any more invalid? No. But people get uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
So. You kept it real.
You did.
You were just beaming over there as she's talking about Allie. I love that.
It's all true. Yeah. It's all true.
No, it's so well written. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So happy
Brooke
for you,
Shields
Brooke.
is not allowed to get Old Hits bookshelves tomorrow. You can pre-order it right now. Look at that QR code on the bottom of your screen.